circumstances of the game, was it a good point? Or?
Great point for us. I think that on reflection, when you finish a game with a point and when you've been 2-0 down, home or away, you have to be incredibly satisfied with that point and how very precious it might be moving forward. Keeping our run going, I think won 5, lost 1, drawn 1 in 7 shows just how good we are as a team at the moment. Physically and mentally we're very strong, and the mental side of it showed today by coming back from 2-0 down and then producing the quality we needed to get back to 2-2 and tried our very best to try and win it. And we didn't just sit back after it, we went all for it. I thought great game. Leicester in just as great form as we are, and that made for a fantastic game in the end. And like I said, I'm really very glad that, disappointed we went 2-0 down, but really pleased when we got back to 2-2 and our response from going 2-0 down.
Did you first goal was a poor one to concede, speaking of Sterling?
Yeah, practiced it on the pitch here yesterday. So we put the players out in position where they'll run what Robert Huth does, particularly Fuchs' long throw. And unfortunately for me, players forgot. So it's that simple. Because when we had a look at it half time, they weren't anywhere near where we put them, sadly, and that's why Huth ran in with a free header and scored. So those. When you hear me talk about the basics, this is exactly what I talk about, where I can continue to bombard the players with getting the basics right. Getting those basics right on that position at that time, and not conceding a goal. Then what would the result might have been? Might have we gone on and won it, or whatever it might have been? But we've rarely made those type of mistakes recently, and what we have done today, that mistake we've recovered from and got at least a point out of the game. So I'm very pleased about that. I'm very pleased about Christian Benteke at the moment. I think his game's coming on and on and on and on, and the goals are coming back, and the front three particularly as well, continuing to create for us. Johan Kabay getting in the box and scoring. So we are a threat. We can score goals. We didn't keep the back door shut like we normally do today, but it was a fantastic point. And overall, I thought a fantastic, entertaining football match on two teams that are in good form.
Sam, 2-0 down a few weeks ago, you would have, as one American writer once said, you would have collapsed like a dime store suitcase. But you came back to...
that was a good one, wasn't it?
a couple of weeks ago, you might have surrendered.
I think longer than a couple of weeks. I think that since the turn of since the window shut, we've been building the mentality and the resilience of the players. Psychologically, the players are in miles better place than they were when I first arrived. Psychologically, is the biggest pressure on the player to perform on the pitch. His brain has to be functioning in a correct manner to allow his ability and skills to flourish. So our mental side and our mental strength has increased in our decision-making process, and that has allowed us to get the players to get better and better. Our fitness has increased with it, and our quality and our belief and determination is coming and shining through. And like I said, results are proving it now.
Sam, you know Craig well from his early days of coaching. From those days, did you always feel that he had the capability to go and manage at the top level?
I didn't really actually know. I actually thought Craig was happy with being assistant manager in the fact that he's been in that position such a long time, like you mean, and I suppose basically thrust into this position because of the situation Leicester were in this year, but handled it brilliantly. Got to give him credit for it. I mean, we're on a good run. Their run might actually be better. And when you considered we scored 2 goals against Leicester today, and Atletico only scored a freak penalty that wasn't a penalty, shows you that we managed to break them down. What we didn't do at the other end, though, was defend as well as we have been. But I thought it was a tremendous game. I actually thought he might have made a few more changes than he did with Tuesday in mind, but obviously he would be disappointed being 2-0 up, but I do wish his team all the very best for Tuesday night.
Last one though.
Yes, they have a chance because They're playing very, very well at the moment. So I think that they hopefully they turn Seville over. A little bit of luck, good fortune. Vardy finishing like he finished today, bugger. And they got a real chance.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just this one.
You mentioned the likes of Johan and Christian and how they've been excellent today. What do you think of Andros Townsend, especially considering he probably started the season a bit, I don't know, sluggishly?
Well, I wasn't here at the start of the season, so every team, all the team was sluggish at the start of the season because the results prove that. So I think that Andros has turned himself into a top player again, and he does that by the consistent amount of work that he does in and out of possession, and his cross for the second goal today proved that. He can go both ways. He can go inside, go outside, which makes life very difficult for a fullback. And I'm really pleased for him that he's back to his best form. I think the best form he's had for a while since he was at his Tottenham days. So long may that continue. So I think our front line got lots of ability, like I said, and all playing very well. The whole team's playing very well. We've just got a massive week ahead of us, or 6 days actually, because we've had Liverpool move to Sunday, then we've got to play Tottenham on Wednesday, and then we've got to play Burnley on the Saturday. So we've got a massive, massive week coming up next week, and hopefully at the end of that we'll have picked more points up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do the Mondays just in the corner.